Hey guys, how are we doing? So in this video, I'm going to go through the hero tier list for Arena of Valor on Nintendo Switch according to SamuraiGamers.com. So they've got the S tier list, which is the highest, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4. So this is their guide on who they think are the best heroes in Arena of Valor for Nintendo Switch and the worst heroes in the game. So first we'll look at this paragraph here. We'll just read the first sentence. So before we get to the list, we need to remind everyone that all the heroes in Arena of Valor are capable of winning at very high levels. Yes, even those down in tier 4. So if you see your hero or your main hero down in tier 4 at the bottom, just take it with a pinch of salt, because this is just sort of a guide on who they think is the best and who they think is the worst. So let's start with the top tier, the S tier, and we see who they put number 1. So number 1 is Viola. Very unsurprisingly, she's really good. She's got very good poke, high frequency poke as well, and especially in solo queue she does really well up against uncoordinated teams. I see her sort of take over and carry a game. So according to SamuraiGamers.com, I'll put a link in the description below. According to SamuraiGamers.com, Viola is the number one hero in the game. Right, so let's move on to the second hero. Second one is Toulon. If you play Toulon, he's very hypermobile. He's got a dash, he's like 2 or 3 second cooldown. He's got the ultimate that locks onto his enemy and it's used as a finisher. He's got that passive that does a lot of damage, and he excels at finishing off enemies and staying just out of reach of the opposition. So Toulon is who they think is number 2. Number 3 is Ryoma. Ryoma is a warrior. He was just added to the Nintendo Switch version just a few weeks ago now, but I see a lot of platinum and high platinum players play Ryoma, so he must be very good. According to Samurai Gamers, they put him number 3 on the list. So if you play Ryoma, you're doing well because he's number 3 on the list. Right, now let's have a look at tier 1. So this is who they consider to be balanced heroes. Number 1, they put Morin. I like Morin. I don't own him yet. He's got a knockback, he's got an area of effect ult, and his passive he's got a really good passive that resets his L. Yeah, he's a little bit tanky as well because his L gives him magic resistance and armor, so he's really good. Next one on the list is Lindis. So I haven't played Lindis yet. She's really popular. I've seen some of these people on Arena of Valor who make a Smurf account and who only play Lindis. So she must be very popular, a very popular marksman in the game. Now the next one on the list is Alice. Alice is a support I play a lot. I think she's very effective. Huge area of effect ult, big shield, you know, that can hit 5 allied members and a stun, and I think she's the most effective support in the game. The next one on the list is Thane. They put Thane here as a support. So it says here, as an exceptionally durable tank who is capable of peeling enemies away from allies and setting up fights before finishing targets off with his devastating ultimate. So he's got that really good knockback. They can hit, you know, multiple enemies at a time. He can come behind the enemy and then push the enemy back into your team. He's got a lot of crowd control, and he's got a really good knockback. So yeah, Thane. Next on the list we have is Terra. I see a ton of good Terras in Arena of Valor that use her ultimate to sort of bait in the enemy, because her ultimate heals her up. It's got a lot of health regen, her ultimate, and I see a lot of good Terras use it to bait the enemy into getting them killed. So yeah, I've seen many good Terras in this game, and she's got that gap closer as well, so she's mobile, and yeah, and it says here she can play DS lane or support. Alright, the next person we got on this list is Raz. So Raz, in my opinion, is the most mechanical hero in Arena of Valor. He requires the most mechanics to play. I've seen so many good Razes that take over a game in ranked. Bit surprised he's in tier 1. Well, tier 1's still very good. His third auto attack does a knockback as well, so he's got 2 knockbacks. He can gank an enemy from behind and push them into the team. So yeah, Raz is really good. Next person we got on this list is Zephys. Zephys sort of similar to Kriknak, but he's more tanky. His passive gives him that tankiness, and he's played a lot in the jungle, played a lot as an assassin. I see him especially at platinum level. Right, next one we got on the list is Malok. So Malok, he's got that His ultimate sort of similar to Cephas. He's got a big knock up, good range as well. He can take a lot of damage, and he's got that ultimate which is really good at engaging fights where he knocks the enemies up, so he's good. Next person we have on the list is Arthur. I personally haven't played Arthur, but it says here, a warrior who can quickly traverse the map with a spammable speed boost and execute high priority targets in team fights. So yeah, I've seen Arthur been played a fair bit. He's yeah, from what I hear, his spells are very spammy, and he's a proper tank. He can take a lot of damage, and he's a warrior who they consider to be tier 1. Next person we have on the list is Alma. I do like Alma, I played him a few times. What it says here, he is a warrior who enjoys setting up kills rather than gathering large amounts of his own. Alma is a crowd control machine and one of the premier roaming supports, so they put him as a support here as number 1, so they've considered him tier 1 as well. Next person on the list we have is Lubu. I personally haven't played Lubu, but I know he's got abilities where he can knock up an enemy hero. He's a warrior that's a tank. He can take a lot of damage, and he's got knock up disruptive abilities, so they consider him tier 1 as well. Then we've got Chognar. So Chognar, he's because his ultimate sort of debuffs any sort of crowd control on him and his allies, so in that way sort of works as a tank. And he's got that poke, I think it's his L. It hits an area and it's very pokey. Chognar is the last person who they considered to be on the tier 1 list. Okay, so let's get to tier 2. So these are the heroes they don't think are as strong. So first one up on the list, a little bit of a surprise, they put Telanus on tier 2. So Telanus, she's a very long range marksman. She can even take turrets by standing outside of the range of the turret and then just hitting it. I think it's her L, or is it her R? But yeah, a little bit surprising they've put her there. I mean, she is very immobile, so if she gets caught out in the jungle or somewhere, she's just going to get killed, especially by an assassin. So maybe that's why they put her in tier 2. But I see a lot of people play Telanus, so it's a little bit surprising to see her as tier 2. Next on the list we have Astrid. So Astrid was a tank that was added to the Arena of Valor on Nintendo Switch only a few months ago, or a month ago. She's a tank. I haven't played her yet. So her ultimate must make her completely immune to damage, and coupled with the fact that she's a tank makes her very tanky and very durable. So Astrid on the tier 2 list. Here we go, Natalia on the tier 2 list. So a little bit surprised. She's got incredible burst damage. I've played her a lot in ranked. If she hits all of her spells, her L, her R and her ultimate, it doesn't matter if you're a tank, she still will melt you. But her R and her L are a little bit hard to aim and a bit hard to land, so maybe that's why they put her in tier 2. But I personally like Natalia. The next person on the list is Crest. Crest is my favourite tank in the game. He's very mobile. He's got that L, which is a knockback. He can babysit squishy ally heroes, and he's got the ultimate which makes him go super tank, and it also sends out that wave which stuns enemies as well, so he can actually disengage fights as well. So he's really good. I like Crest. A little bit surprised to see him in tier 2. And next on the list we have Jinnar. So Jinnar is a durable mage who excels at team fighting due to a number of area effect abilities and a shielding ultimate. So I've seen Jinnar a fair bit. He seems to be like a very pokey sort of hero, and I've seen him when he turns on the ultimate and he just goes headlong into the enemy team. And so Jinnar, they put him on tier 2. Now the next person they put on the tier 2 list is Grak. So I'm a little bit surprised because Grak has got that hook. He can, especially if he's landing that hook consistently, he really can determine the outcome of the game. I think a good Grak. And he can also work as a tank as well because he's very tanky. So I'm a little bit surprised to see him in tier 2. So this is what it says about him. He's a tank who likes to play like a support. Grak is capable of dragging enemies to his waiting team or suppress targets with an area of effect ultimate. So Grak in the tier 2 list. Now the next one on the list is Scud. Scud is very mobile. I've seen a lot of good support Scuds actually in this game. So let's see what it says. He is a brawler who is both able to dish out significant amount of burst damage and set up ganks for his team with a number of strong control abilities. So Scud, they put him on the tier 2 list. So the next one on the list is Pura. I've played Pura a bit. I like Pura's spells, but I would agree with this one. I would think she is the tier 2 support because at times she can be a little bit powder puff. Her ultimate, she's got to stand in the middle and not get disrupted while she can channel her full ultimate. And sometimes I've gone in to use her ultimate and I've ended up getting killed because you've got to stand there. If you move, it disrupts the ultimate. So yeah, I agree with that. Next person we have on the list is Slims. A little bit surprised there because I like Slims. He was one of the first heroes I played in this game. He's got the long range L, and he's even got a gap closer. So let's see what it says. He's capable of devastating ganks and quickly tearing down enemy tanks. Slims uses a large spear to stun from afar before jumping in to finish his target off. So I'm a little bit surprised to see him in tier 2. And the next person we have on the list is Fennec. So I'm a little bit surprised. I've seen a lot of good Fennecs carry a game. So let's see what it says about him. So Fennec, he possesses dramatic amounts of burst damage early game. Fennec is a marksman both exceptionally capable at tearing down jungle monsters and enemy towers. I've seen him a lot in the jungle, Fennec, and he's got that spell where it sort of bursts the enemy down. So I'm a little bit surprised to see him in tier 2. Right, next person on the list we have is Butterfly. Yeah, I am again surprised to see Butterfly because I've seen at my sort of level, gold 1, going to platinum, I've seen a lot of butterflies. She can, especially out in the open, she hasn't got a gap closer, but out in the open she can really rip through a team, get a quad kill, mega kill. So I'm a little bit surprised to see Butterfly in here because she's also very tanky and she's got a lot of damage, so a little bit surprised to see her there. Next person we see on the list, I've only seen Mina a few times, but it says here she's a tank who supports allies by drawing in enemies and forcing them into attacking as she whittles away their health with her whirling scythe. Yeah, because she's got that sort of very short range hook where she can pull in enemies. But I personally haven't seen that many Minas when I've played. Next person we've got on the list, we've got Yawn. So he's got that global ultimate. He's got the area effect spell. I've forgotten what it's called, but yeah, he's very squishy. He's got no gap closers, so if he's caught out in the open especially by an assassin, he would be killed. So I kind of agree with that. He would be tier 2. Right, so next person on the list we got Wukong. I like Wukong, so I'm a little bit surprised to see him in tier 2 because he's a hero with outplayability, in my opinion. He can go invisible. He's got that dash. He's got the area effect ultimate where he can stun multiple enemies. So I'm a little bit surprised he's put in tier 2. So the next person on the list here is Xanis. So Xanis, I personally haven't played Xanis. I've seen him a few times. I know he can run around the map pretty fast because it's one of his spells. But let's see what it says. He's a warrior who grows in power with each kill or assist that he scores. Xanis is able to rip apart even the tankiest of enemies due to his possession of true damage. So Xanis, they put him on tier 2. And then we've got Ganga next on the list. He's got a lot of damage as a mage. He can also be played as a support. He's got that heal. So let's see what it says here. With poisons that both damage enemies and heal allies, Ganga excels in drawn out fights with his stacking damage of time effects. So they put Ganga on the tier 2 list. And then the last person, this is the last one I'll go to. I'll just do the S tier, tier 1, tier 2. So they put Lumbar as the bottom hero in the tier 2 as support. So I personally am thinking of getting Lumbar. He's got an ultimate I really like. He could get a big knock up on the enemy team with that, and he's mobile because he's got that gap closer. So, and he gives armor to allied heroes that are near him. So I'm thinking about getting Lumbar. I like playing support. Support's my favourite role. So I'm thinking about getting Lumbar. So those are the heroes who they consider to be S tier, tier 1 and tier 2. I want to know what you guys think of what Samurai Gamer's opinion is on their list, because you know, it's just what they think, what their guide is. So let me know what you think by commenting below. And what I'll do, I'll put a description to their website in the a link to their website in the description below. So have a look on that, have a look at this list, and yeah, let me know by commenting below what you thought of their list, and if you thought, you know, Lumbar or Ganga should be higher up, or Wukong should be higher up than tier 2. We'll have a discussion about it. Anyway, so thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to me already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.